The Montgomery Brawl. The Montgomery Brawl. Well, by now, I'm sure, unless you've been under a rock, you have seen or heard the whole thing that went down in Montgomery last Saturday night and what jumped off, if you will. What lessons can we learn from that Montgomery Brawl? What lessons can we learn from that Montgomery Brawl? Now, up front, I want to say that I do not condone violence, but there are some lessons we can learn. And we're going to share that on this morning with the text, the talk, and the takeaway. Welcome to everybody. It's time for Morning Manna. You know, I got a word for you on this Friday, the last day of the work week for many of us. And it's 2 days from Sunday. I certainly hope that you are looking forward to going to church somewhere. It's about time that you be in the house instead of just watching the house. But if you're on vacation or whatever the case may be, well, you're permitted. Other than that, why don't you find somebody's church and be sitting in there to be present with other believers? There's something powerful about us being all together. Well, so much for that. I just want to just share this with you. The Montgomery Brawl lessons learned. The Montgomery Brawl lessons learned. Everybody and his brother has seen it by now and has some comment on it. I'm going to add my 2 cents. The text, to talk, the takeaway, 5 minutes or less is what we're going to give you in the Montgomery Brawl on All Morning Manna. Here is the text. And that's right, I got some word. 2 Kings 6:16. 2 Kings 6:16. And this is what the prophet says to his helper. Don't be afraid, the prophet answered. Those who are with us are more than those who are with them. Don't you be afraid. The prophet is speaking to his adjutant, speaking to his armor bearer. They are more with us than they are with them. And in fact, they're swimming across the river channel just to be with us. In fact, somebody got a chair, a folded one, just to be with us. Yeah. What's the talk about this text? Before I get into that, I think it's important that we look at the context of the text. Montgomery, Alabama. Are you kidding me? Montgomery? Dexter Avenue Baptist Church? Martin Luther King Jr.? Rosa Parks? The birthplace of the civil rights movement that we know that freed this country, not just us? Montgomery? When that went down? Oh, yeah. We saw the ship hand, the first mate, whomever he was, African-American man who was just simply trying to do his job. When they came for him to prevent him, and then hands started flying. In addition to the hat going up, I don't know whether that ever came back down. And a brother swimming across the channel looked like to be a part of what we see in that Montgomery Brawl. What lessons can we learn from that? There's a lot of lessons. I got 3. One is, if God is for you, who can be against you? All I got is word. If God is for you, who can be against you? Romans 8:31. Second thing is, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. When he's in me, I can take on the world. 1 John 4:4. Here's the third thing. The lesson that I learned in watching that through biblical lenses is this. It is better for someone to have a millstone around their neck than do something unto the least of these. And if there's anybody that's the least of these in this country, it's people of color. And finally, what's the takeaway of the lessons learned? It's a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. I think it's apropos, given it happened in Montgomery. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. And I add, sometimes quicker and sooner rather than later. Sometimes quicker and sooner rather than later. Lord be with you today. His face shine upon you and give you peace. Find somebody's church on Sunday. And I don't condone violence at all. I just looked at that situation through the lens of a few scriptures. What's your thoughts? Put it in the chat area. God bless you. I'll see you Monday morning with more Morning Manna.